Is AI going to take over all the software engineering jobs? AI is one of the hottest topics in tech. Mark Zuckerberg said that it is going to be replacing mid-level software engineers by 2 years from now. People are using AI right now to cheat on their Leetcode interviews. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how AI is going to be disrupting the job market. Is it going to be taking sweet jobs or even the other kind of industries that we have? And I'm going to be giving my thoughts on just predictions into what's going to be happening into 2026, 2027, and so on. One of the first things I want to talk about is that AI is really, really powerful right now. This isn't we're not back into the 2023 era where it was kind of growing. It was made some mistakes. It's really, really powerful right now. It's probably going to get better in the future. Who knows? But if it doesn't get better, even if it stays the same, we are at really, really powerful levels, how this technology can be used. And it's not even just me saying this. This is, if you don't know who Y Combinator is, they invest in tons of startups, tons of startups. And they're talking about AI nonstop. AI, and it didn't used to be like this. They used to think, okay, these are the billionaires who are unironically living in Silicon Valley, Palo Alto, and they're just trying to make even more billions. The kind of whole overarching thing that they're saying is AI. AI is what's going to be happening here. It's not even just them. Donald Trump, if you remember this, he did a partnership for $500 billion just straight up into AI. And on a personal level too, I'm seeing so many AI startups that are popping up, and every single one of them is asking for LLM experience, for being able to connect to OpenAI, being able to do prompt engineering, and just overall kind of understanding what kind of things a software engineer can do to make AI even more powerful. And so this is the kind of game-changing thing. And this is happening because OpenAI's API or any of those LLMs, whatever, DeepSeek, are able to do really basic tasks, and they can automate a ton of stuff. And it's not automated out yet for a lot of people. And so this is why when you look at their YouTube channel for the past month, they're just screaming AI, because this is this can be $1 trillion. This is where the next $1 trillion businesses are going to be. Most likely. If you go to their, their thing here, right? They're giving out grants to college students who just want to build stuff. They're probably going to focus more on AI stuff too. Wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Building an AI product manager, just tons of people and they're all connected to LLMs. It's nothing crazy, right? You don't have to do machine learning. Just grants for college students. So if you're a college student, you want to work over the summer on your own project, they'll give you $60,000, which is crazy, right? This is insane. Tossing money. They even have requests for startups, more AI stuff. AI is a very, very big thing. It's a very, very real thing, and it is here to stay. And also it's most likely at some point software engineering jobs are going to go away. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon though. We can shortcut this. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but I do think very, very soon a ton of jobs sales, maybe development reps, maybe sales appointment setters, and for sure customer service reps are going to be kicked out. Chatbots are going to get way more powerful as they start using LLMs compared to the chatbots we have now. And overall, the kind of end result of all of these investments is just that the end result of all of these investments is just that we're going to have a ton of companies that are just cranking out AI products, taking jobs left and right. And so that's going to be my prediction. That's one of my predictions. And so leading into the whole overarching predictions is that one, I think that there's going to be several billion-dollar companies that AI is going to be, that either going to be replacing jobs, they're just going to be massively helping consumers. And so I think the quality of life is going to be improving really, really well in the past 5 years. So things are just going to be easier, honestly, with AI. And also for the businesses too, a lot of businesses, because the AI tools, they're just going to be able to automate, and they're going to be able to be even more efficient. And that's just going to be just strict value creation across the board. So the AI companies get the money, the businesses get the money, the consumers get the money. And it just from ease of quality of life, when you don't have to spend 10 hours researching, you can do it in 30 minutes, right? Additionally, I think at some point the software engineering jobs are going to get automated, but I think they're going to be the last ones. I think software engineering is just way too complicated and way too it's very, very, you have to be very, very precise when you're doing software engineering. And so for that reason, I think we're okay. I don't think things are going to be happening in a year. I don't think the AI's job market is going to be cooked. I do think there's things that software engineers can do right now to set themselves up for when AI actually starts making big changes and starts taking jobs. And I think they can do something there, right? And so what I'm personally going to be doing is, which is also what I think that software engineers should do if they want to build up the skills to actually, like, when AI starts taking sweet jobs so that they can set themselves up, is that I'm going to be going massively into AI. And so that's going to be like spending at least an hour a day. And that's going to be at least spending 1 hour a day coding like AI solutions, playing around with like kind of AI like tools, understanding like how to build like RAG systems faster, understanding how to use LangChain, understanding prompt engineering, but being able to basically just build out apps like pretty fast, using how to use like, actual prompt engineering to get things done, having experience doing that, being able to talk about that in a job interview, being able to talk about that to, other people, to where you're like the AI guy and like you understand like how to do all of this stuff is really good. I think, especially like if we imagine a scenario where in the future, or even right now, where like somebody really needs like an AI guy, like they really want someone who can do AI and also who can code, and tons of people don't know how to use AI stuff, but there's like a guy who's like on the same level as them for coding, but he knows the AI stuff. Like you're just going to go with him because it's like, okay, I have an AI startup. He already knows AI. Let me just go ahead and go with him. Right. And so like what happens is that when job postings are going to start saying like, oh, I want more AI stuff. I want more AI stuff. And you already have the experience. You can already talk about it. You can already put it on your resume, as opposed to like when everybody else is going to be like, all right, well, let's start learning it. And a lot of software engineers aren't realizing this again, but like when you just look at this, like why is Trump blowing 500 billion in AI? Why is OpenAI? Why are so many investors tossing money into AI? Why is Y Combinator tossing so much money into AI? It's not just them, it's tons of other investors. I believe like the Andrew guy, whatever his name is, Horowitz or something. Why is his investment company doing it? Why are like all these other ones, right? And it's just because like it's powerful, it's strong. And if you like the thing that most software engineers haven't realized, I think, because I don't see a whole lot of them playing around with it or are actually building out like meaningful tools. But like the thing is that if you can just get ahead of everybody else and you already know that stuff, like you're already ahead, it's just going to be easier for you. Not to mention that this stuff is like really powerful, and even on your day-to-day lives, like you can automate so much stuff. So after getting into AI, getting more involved in it, another thing that I'm going to be doing is talking to AI startups. And I'm going to be heavily considering joining an AI startup or just starting my own, because this just gives like just such a massive edge when you actually have those skills, when you can build up and you can join, and like when you can hit that right opportunity, join the right startup, or start your own startup and just scale out. Another thing I'm going to be doing is actually making more videos on like these kind of AI solutions. So again, it's one thing for me to talk about all this theory. Oh my God, that's so nice, whatever. Yeah, AI is going to be big or whatever. But it's a different thing for me to actually build out tools and show them on videos about like the really cool stuff that this stuff can do, in my opinion. And I have videos that I've done it, on, as opposed to like right now at this current moment, like I'm kind of like known as like the Leetcode guy, right? Or so it's either Leetcode or system design. And it's like, oh, okay, well, interview prep guy. But what's bigger than that is just being known as like the AI guy, honestly. So like if I can just shift all of that stuff, and instead of being 0.1 or not 0.1, but even then, instead of being top 3% in Leetcode, if I'm like top 3% in AI in the world, like just the opportunities are just so insane. I mean, I could be working at OpenAI making $2 million a year, like unironically. And like the only bottle cap, or like, one of the bottle caps is, aside from not working at Google, would be not having any like AI stuff, not having interest in AI, right? Like you're kind of like not seen as that. And so these are things that I'm going to be doing. There was like in 2024, it was like the year of like Leetcode, and like 2025 is like the year of like just AI stuff, I think. And so I went from, in 2024, I went from like top 50% to like top 3% in Leetcode. And so now it's like, okay, let me go from like top 50% in AI to top 3%. And let me like really, really understand this stuff. And so I would recommend that software engineers do the exact same thing. I think the Leetcode stuff really paid off because I'm not afraid of Google interviews, not afraid of Meta interviews, not afraid of Amazon interviews. The process is like so easy. It's so like slick. And like the fact that I can have so many options is phenomenal. And I think the same thing's going to happen with AI. Several different things from doing YouTube, but that is kind of it. For this month, I'm doing a new thing where I'm posting videos, more or less, probably like every 2 days or something, but just kind of rambling on my thoughts. But this is something I think is like super important, and I didn't get to structure it like as much as I wanted to, but I do want to say this because I do think it's really important. And so that's that, and I will see you guys later.